Free time, where have you been? Hey there guys, this is Samantha, and I finally have some free time to film some videos. Yes, I'm so excited about this, and I apologize for the spotty upload schedule that I've had, but I've been helping my mother. Basically, all of my free time on her house has been spent there. All of it. Like, I haven't really read too much because of this, and it makes me so sad. So sad. And I apologize for my looks right now. I just woke up. It is Saturday morning, and I'm tired. And I didn't feel like making myself pretty, so... But today I have a tag video for you guys. I am going to be doing the soundtrack of my life tag. I believe that's what the title is. If not, I'll have the real title below in this part right here. But, it was created by, let's see, it looks like it is Jenny King. Yeah, that's who it is. And I was tagged by Eleanor from Elena Reads Books over at her channel. And I will have a link to both of their videos down below, so you can check those out if you guys would like to. So, let's just begin with the tag, shall we? Okay, so, opening credit. Favorite childhood book. This should come of no surprise to anybody. Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. Waking Up, a book that got you out of a reading slump. And that is Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. And before this book series, I think I read a grand total of like 3 book series. And this really didn't get me out of a slump, it just got me into reading, like hardcore reading. Hardcore reading, if you see my bookshelf. School. A book that you had to read for school and ended up loving, and for that one I'm going to have to go with Unwind by Neil Shusterman. And this was actually our school copy that, I'm not even gonna lie, my sister stole. And it still has the identification number on it and everything. My sister was a little klepto and she steals stuff. So she stole this because she liked the book, and then I stole it from her. So I guess that makes me a klepto too. So at least I just stole it from my sister. Falling in Love, an author that you love so much that you just had to read all of their books. For this one I cheated and picked 2 authors, but that's because I love them both so much and I can't help but pick up every single book that they have ever written. That's the word I was looking for. But yes, these 2 are auto-buys for me, but they are Ellen Hopkins and Maria V. Snyder. I have read all of their books and I loved them all, so yes. Fight, a book with an awesome fight sequence. And for that one I'm going to have to choose the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson, and these books are filled with fights and just a lot of gory scenes, just really good fight scenes in this book. Breakup, a book or book series that you read but do not intend to finish, and that one I am going to have to go with Evernight by Claudia Gray. And I think I read the first couple of books in the series and then I quit because I didn't like it. So yeah. Hanging with Friends, a book that you think everyone should read. Again, no surprise. I am really amazed that there are some people who have not read this series yet, but I'm gonna list this one anyways. It is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. And again, really surprised that everyone has not read this book, even if you haven't enjoyed the book. Like, I know people who read it and did not enjoy it, but everyone should at least try to read it. I mean, come on. Like, if that many people like the book, there's have to be something going on for it. Just at least try to read the book if you haven't tried. You might not like it, but I mean, come on, you gotta at least say that you tried. Breakdown, a book that seriously affected you or had you crying your eyes out. There are really no books that had me crying my eyes out. I'm still looking for that type of book, because I'm not an emotional reader, so that's a problem for me. But a book that was severely depressing for me was The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, and just a really depressing book and had me feeling things that I did not want to feel. Road Trip, your favorite series, more than 3 books. And my favorite series is Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder, and I can say that because the 4th book just came out, and that counts as more than 3 books, so there. Flashback, your favorite book from 5 years ago. For that one I'm gonna have to go with Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. And not one of my favorite books now, but it was definitely well worn, as you can tell. Was definitely one of my favorite books way back in the day. Getting Back Together, a book that you cannot stop rereading. And for that one I'm gonna go with an author Sorry, I just can't pick one of their books. And I'm gonna have to go with Ellen Hopkins. And I love rereading her books. The feels always hit me. Every single time that I read any of her books, I always feel the same emotions every time that I read the book. Like, you know, some books you read and they hit you hard the first time, but then when you reread them, it just doesn't get you the same as the first time you read it. But for any of Ellen Hopkins' books, they always make me feel the same thing every single time. Wedding, a book that is really special to you. And for this one, I'm going to have to go with the Roald Dahl Treasury, and that is because this is one of the oldest books that I have that has been in my family, because I say in my family, but I mean that my grandma gave it to my older brother, and my older brother gave it to me when he found out how much I loved reading. And it says, "To Tim Domeyer from Grandma Carrier." So on here, so it just means a lot to me because it was given to me by my older brother, and he had it when he was younger. And this is going to be passed along to my niece because I don't plan on having children. So this is going to be passed along to someone else, so this stays in the family, and I just hope that everyone enjoys it. Everyone in my family enjoys it as much as I did, and hopefully my brother did, and all of that good stuff. And the next one is Moment of Triumph, the longest book that you have ever read, and I'm pretty sure this is the longest book that I've ever read, but I'm gonna go with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. That's like 700 and some pages. There might be a longer one in my bookshelf, but I didn't feel like searching through all of my books to see which one was the longest. I know which one is the longest book that I own, but I haven't read it yet, so I can't count that one. Death Scene, a book or series you wish had ended differently. And for this one, I'm going to cheat again and give you 2 books because I hated the ending for both of them so much. Didn't really hate them, but they just made me sad, so sad. And for those 2, I'm going to go with the Mistborn trilogy and then Allegiant. Can't tell you why, but if you've read them, you know what I'm talking about. It's Funeral, book with a best or worst epilogue. And quite frankly, I can't remember which books had an epilogue that I've ever read, so I'm just gonna go with the one book that I know had an epilogue, so this counts as the best and worst epilogue, because I don't remember what other books had an epilogue, and I'm gonna go with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And honestly, I didn't really like the epilogue that much. Thought it was kind of boring, but it's the only epilogue that I can think of at the moment, so I'm going with this one. I actually think this book is longer. So this one might count as the longest book that I've ever read. And then for the end credits, I have to tell you who I tag, and that I had to write down who I tag because I always forget to tag people in the actual video. I have to do it down below, so I wrote it down to make sure that I tag people in this video. That is sad, I know, but I am going to tag the channels because some of you guys, I can't remember your name off the top of my head, so I'm just going to say the channel names, and they are Abby Reads, Akio Reads, Bookish Best Friends, and Victoria Harris. And I will have the links to all of their channels down below so you can check out those channels if you would like. And then I'm going to tag you guys on Twitter. I think I'm following all you guys. If not, then I gotta get on that. And then I'm going to tag you guys in this video. So, yeah, that concludes this video. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed watching because I sure as hell love talking. I will see you guys next time.